In this video, you will see how to make a classic Black Forest 2-tier cake. I'm also sharing an eggless chocolate sponge recipe and how to make chocolate leaves and how to stack the cake on top of each other. If you liked today's video, do give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting videos. So let's get started. To make the sponge cake, I'm taking 100 grams of butter and whisk it till it becomes smooth. Once that's done, add 1 cup of sugar and continue whisking it. Then add 5 tablespoons of curd. It's very important to add curd as this will add moisture and will make the cake very fluffy and soft. This is a good replacement for the eggs. And mix this well for about 2 minutes continuously. The aim is to make it light and fluffy. Once the batter becomes smooth, I will add vanilla essence and a teaspoon of coffee for a rich taste, and then I will add milk little by little and start mixing the batter with light hands. Right now the batter looks split, but it is okay. In this recipe totally, I have used 160 ml of milk. Once all the wet ingredients are added, it's time to add the dry ones. Take 2 cups of maida, that is all-purpose flour. To it add 1/3 cup of Dutch processed cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Sift it directly into the wet ingredients. Mix everything together well lightly till we get a smooth and lump-free batter. Now here I've taken one tin of 7 inches in diameter and the other one is of 5 inches. I will pour all the batter in the bigger tin and bake it. The measurement of ingredients for the smaller tin are given in the description box down below. I will bake this at 180 degrees Celsius for 45 to 50 minutes, and here I've baked both the cakes. Next, let's prepare some chocolate leaves for decoration. To make the chocolate leaves, here I've taken dark chocolate compound and I will microwave it 30 seconds each till it melts. Here you can see the chocolate has melted completely and has a nice shine too. Here I am taking a few leaves of the hibiscus plant. I have washed these thoroughly and dried them as well beforehand. The other hand was of my husband, who was inquisitive to know what I am doing. He didn't realize that I am taking a shot or recording this. You can apply chocolate to any side of the leaf and there is no rule per se. Preferably take all the leaves of one size. I had no option as I had only one plant in my balcony. I am going to use a flat paint brush to apply chocolate to these leaves. Cover the leaf completely with a uniform coat, and during this process the chocolate should be at room temperature. There is no need to give a second or a third coat. Similarly, I will apply chocolate to all the leaves. I will refrigerate these for 30 minutes. I made many leaves as these can be stored in the box in the refrigerator. The chocolate has set well. Very carefully peel off the green leaf. And a pretty chocolate leaf is ready. Store them in a box and they will stay good for 15 days in the refrigerator. Storing in an airtight box is necessary so that the chocolate leaves do not catch any moisture. I'm going to shave chocolate which I will sprinkle on the cake top. I will keep it aside till I take out the cherries from the refrigerator. These are frozen tinned cherries which I had taken out from the freezer and put it in the normal refrigerator overnight. I will take as much as I want and put it back into the deep freezer. This way they will last for a long time. I'm going to add these cherries in between the cake layers. I'm going to de-seed these cherries before using. In the next step, let's cut the cake in layers. First, I will remove a thin layer of the crust. And now I will cut the cake in 3 layers. I prefer to use a plate to lift up the layer as this sponge cake is very soft and it may break. Similarly, cut the second layer too. I have placed the cake layer onto the cake board and I will soak it with plain water. If you do not have a bottle like this, you can add 5 to 6 tablespoons of water to soak it. Give a thin layer of whipped cream. And sprinkle the tinned cherry pieces randomly. You may wonder why I did not mix the cherries in small amount of whipped cream and then spread it. Well, once the sponge cake is soaked, it is very delicate and the cherries cause holes in it while spreading. Also, many a times the extra filling or the cream which is left over goes a waste. So mixing a required amount onto the cake layer is easy. Now I'll sprinkle a few teaspoons of the chocolate shavings and continue the same process for the second cake layer. It's important to fill up the gaps from the sides before placing the next cake layer, as this will give a sturdy base for the top layer and then there are no chances for the cake breaking from the sides. Place the lowermost layer of the cake on the top as you get a flat surface for frosting the cake. Remember to soak it well before doing the crumb coat, which is important to seal the cake crumbs, especially for chocolate cakes. Crumb coating is giving a thin layer of whipped cream and then keeping the cake in the refrigerator for 30 minutes for the cake crumbs to set. This is done so that the crumbs do not get mixed with the final cake decoration or frosting. Now I will cool the cake for 30 minutes and similarly I have coated the small cake too. I have also layered it as shown for the bigger cake. Start the final frosting after the cake has cooled. You can pipe out the whipped cream with a piping bag or apply it directly with a palette knife too. I will use a small plastic piece for smoothing the cream. Always begin from the sides and then on the top. You can also use the palette knife to do this process. The important point here is the level should be uniform so that the cake on top will not tilt. The finishing is not required on the top as it will be covered completely, which you will see further in the video. Scrape the excess cream from the sides, and after this I will do the same process for the small cake. I'll keep this in the refrigerator till I work on the small cake. And the small cake too is ready. Always before stacking the cake, for good support, insert cake dowels. I will cut it in the size required and insert it in the center in the square shape so that this cake can bear the weight of the cake on the top. I will trim it a little bit as it is extra in height. The small cake too is ready. Let's place it onto the bigger cake. Insert the palette knife underneath the cake at the center. Insert a wooden skewer in the center of the small cake so that you can get a grip to lift the cake. Holding the skewer on the top, within a second or two, place it on the bigger cake. If any part of the frosting gets damaged, it can be redone before the final cake decoration. I will measure the cake height and insert a wooden skewer so that the cake on top does not move during transportation, as this cake is made for an order. Another important point here is that I prefer to leave a millimeter of the skewer on top so that it can be pulled out while cutting the cake. The unfinished part will be covered with a design. I will smoothen the cake where it was damaged and then I will do the final design. I am doing a shell border with an open star tip nozzle to cover the gap between the two cakes. Don't worry about the unfinished frosting, it will all get covered with a design. I am using 1mm nozzle and I will cover all the sides with the rosette design. I'm making stars with the same nozzle so that I get a base to place the cherries and sprinkle chocolate shavings in the cake center without falling down from the cake. Black Forest is incomplete without the chocolate shavings, right? I have used dark chocolate compound for these shavings. To create something different, I am placing the chocolate leaves at an angle all around the cake. Try and put leaves of the same size to maintain symmetry. This is a 2 kg cake made for 18th birthday for my son's friend. You can also use milk chocolate compound to make these leaves, which will make the leaves light brown in color. The decoration is almost done. With the same 1mm nozzle, I will make small star design border. And lastly, add glazed cherries to complete this Black Forest cake. If you liked today's video, do press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting videos. See you soon with a new video. Till then, stay safe and take care.